Your Excellency, Minister of Foreign Affairs of France.
Prince Faisal, Foreign Minister of Saudi Arabia, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, before any other statement or remark, let me be loud and clear. The war must end. The humanitarian crisis and starvation must end. This cycle of violence and destruction must stop. This cycle of violence, initiated with the barbaric attacks of October 7th and the capture of hostages, has led to the killing of thousands of civilians, women and children, and to the brutal destruction of almost all of Gaza's basic infrastructure. We face one of the most horrific sequences of violence between Palestinians and Israelis in their long and difficult history. Portugal understands the suffering of Israeli people. Portugal understands the suffering of Palestinian people. Peace and stability in the Middle East will remain elusive as long as Palestinians are denied their fundamental right to a viable sovereign state and Israel is threatened. For that to happen, the war in Gaza must come to an immediate end, and the massive delivery of humanitarian aid must resume immediately. There is no justification for starvation and for the inhumane killing of civilians, including children, seeking to meet their most basic needs. Freedom of movement of Palestinians in and throughout Gaza must be wholly restored, and the forced displacement of the Palestinian population is simply unacceptable. The destruction of Palestinian homes and properties in the West Bank, including East Jerusalem, must come to a full halt. Likewise, settlement building in occupied land has to end, and settler violence against Palestinians has to be stopped. All hostages in Gaza must be released immediately and without any condition. The horror of October the 7th attacks cannot be forgotten. Terrorism can never be justified. Excellencies, we thank the co-organizers, Saudi Arabia and France, for this very timely high-level ministerial meeting. Portugal reaffirms its unwavering commitment to the two-state solution. We have for the last 50 years consistently voted in favor of all resolutions pertaining to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. We maintain our political and our financial support to UNRWA. We reiterate our full support for the Palestinian Authority, for its empowerment and its capacitation. Only the Palestinian Authority grants the effective implementation of the two-state solution. We repudiate any decision that entails or envisages the annexation or occupation of the West Bank or Gaza Strip, either it is full or partial. We welcome the Arab Recovery and Reconstruction Plan presented at the Cairo Summit. We welcome the willingness of so many Arab countries to recognize Israel and to normalize relations with Israel upon the condition of the acceptance of two-state solution. We welcome the effective and unprecedented commitment by the Palestinian Authority to some essential conditions that are key to enable the two-state solution and to the recognition of Palestine. First, condemnation of terrorist acts by Hamas and call for its complete disarmament. Second, call for the unconditional and immediate release of hostages and prisoners. Third, commitment to internal institutional reform and to the organization of elections in the near future. Fourth, acceptance of the principle of a demilitarized Palestinian state. 5, readiness to resume the full administration and control of Gaza Strip. And 6, recognition of the State of Israel and its security needs. These commitments of the Palestinian Authority are truly meaningful. Actually, these commitments substantiate a new step towards the implementation of the two-state solution. There is no doubt that this declaration of the Palestinian Authority, combined with the new position of so many states of the region towards Israel and its right to existence, in the very context of this conference, marks a turning point. Excellencies, an old Palestinian proverb says, kinship is kinship, but humanity is closer. Indeed, may the lessons of such a long suffering in the Middle East finally inspire a renewed collective sense of humanity and belief